That's what got you in the problem. Him not stopping.
That is exactly the problem. You know how we do.
DIRadioCast. D-Yale picked the topic for today because the male activists.
No, you know what? It was brought on through the demise, and I like to say rest in peace to Sean Levert, and to give my condolences to the whole Levert family for losing another son right after just over a year. Gerald Levert died, about a year and 4 months now. Mm-hmm. Sean Levert died, got found dead yesterday, but the situations like behind his death, they're still trying to determine. It's been said suicide, it's been said natural causes, I don't know yet, but they was going into the situations that he's dealing with at the moment, and they say this dude owed $80,000 back paying child support.
Take care of your goddamn children, you won't have to worry about that.
$80,000.
Take care of your goddamn children.
I mean,
you know what? I'm sure my baby father owes about that.
Well, you decide not to chase that.
Every time, and this is truth. Every time I put the paperwork in, the paperwork
you did tell
gets
me that.
mysteriously lost in the system. Now, how does that happen? I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's more to her story than that.
Yeah, I can't be putting that out there on YouTube because,
we don't got money nowadays. You can't fight the system, really.
Especially if the person controls the system. Really.
But for real, though, I'm going to go into this $80,000 now. What I'm trying to see is, how did they determine that this dude makes that much money to pay $80,000?
He's a Levert.
When the last time Levert put out an album?
I'm sure. Well, ain't all of them was together?
Come on now, that's like the Dutty move. You got 30 members and y'all got to split that shit. They had to split that shit 3 ways.
Well, you know what?
And when the last time a Levert album, not Gerald, not LSG, a Levert album came out?
Well, I'm sure that they were doing tours and them old school shows.
No. Levert.
I'm sure they got
Gerald
royalty. I'm sure they got royalties off of their songs.
You know how
and publishing.
Works.
I'm sure.
You sure they got publishing?
Well, I'm hoping that they were that intelligent to get it. To own their own masters.
Now, they came out in the 80s when that was like, just sign and be happy, niggas. Smile and sing.
Get a rope chain.
Get a rope
some
chain
Adidas.
And buy you a Honda Accord.
And you might get you a funky Kango hat.
You know what I'm saying? That was a whole different era of music that they came out in. Not to say, but it's not even that. I'm just going into the how the system really.
So how does the system determine how much you should pay for child support? Because I know that in my younger years, my father didn't want to give me his name because he didn't want my mother to file for child support for $25 a week.
$25 a week. Oh, wow.
That was back then. And my mother was like, please, I'm not going to disrespect myself for no goddamn $25. $25?
$25 a week.
Come on. Goddamn milk today is $5 a gallon.
So was your father not working?
I don't know. My father got 25 kids.
So that was $1 a kid.
I was number 11. So, I could understand.
I'm just saying because I'm listening, and that of course I'm listening on the radio, and they got people calling in, and they're really like, "What was he doing? Not paying? Not blah blah this, blah blah that." And I'm listening because I know my situation. Yes, and I'm talking about you, biatch. My situation where I'm paying.
Think that
I'm not talking about baby mama. I'm not talking about baby mama. I'm talking about when I call down there and they tell me that I owe X and X and X amount, and I'm like, how the hell do I owe more when I've been paying consistently for 2 years? I had that period of unemployment where I was a broke bastard.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I joined you.
Yeah. I had that period, but let's just be real. consistently for the past 2 years, and they telling me now I owe more than I owed then.
Well, I guess
No, I called down there, right, and they say, well, you're allotted to pay every 2 weeks, $240. Well, how much did I pay? Well, you're not paying your allotted amount. I'm not. It comes.
Well,
right
how much
out of
are
my
you
check.
paying?
I asked her, and she said, "Well, what was my last check that I sent? How much was that amount? It was $277."
So you're allotted to pay $240.
You told me I'm not.
So you're paying too much then.
But you're saying I'm not upholding that. Well, what you're gonna have to do is truly,
they should be having a refund check for you.
They should be having a refund, and I've been going through this for 2 years now. And okay, I call down there, and they'll tell me I'm X amount in a hole, and they tell me I gotta send X amount of money to do an audit. Why do I have to send you money to do an audit to tell y'all to do y'all job anyways?
So you gotta send money.
So X amount might not even be X amount at all, but they have to do an audit to see if it's this amount. So what I'm saying with the Sean Levert situation is that's what's been reported, but he might not owe that much. See what I'm saying?
Well, you know what? We have to make up for the slackers that don't pay child support.
Okay.
We're going to catch y'all on the opposite end.